All right, kids, welcome back to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. I'm fresh off the flu, and we are talking about all things Ukraine. We talked about Zelensky. We talked about Trump. Now we're going to talk about Putin, what his goals are, how he's feeling, and how the next few quarters are going to be for him. So wanted to do this triple play for you. I'm going to get all these videos up in one day. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back, Tarot fam. So we are going to look at the third piece of the puzzle here. Putin, his people have already met with the United States people in Saudi Arabia to talk about peace talks in the Ukrainian area. And Zelensky has bristled at this. He did not know anything about the meeting and does not want to accept any peace deal that's brokered without Ukrainian participation. Trump has called him a dictator. And Zelensky has responded with he just doesn't like Trump. So let's see where we can go with that. Quick pause while I coughed my brains out, guys. I'm still not 100%. You can see I'm a little glowy, and I had to change my sweater because I was hot. So I don't have a fever anymore, though. 101.5 was my high score. So let's see what we're looking at with Pootie. Where's Pootie stand right now? How's he feeling? Is he cocky? Is he unsure? Does he think the war's won? Again, I'm not going to remote view on him. Don't ask me to do that. Yeah, you. Oh, bring up that card view. Before I bring up that card view, please like, share, and subscribe. Bringing up the card view now. There we go. And we've got the universe card. So what does that mean? What does that mean? This is our final card in the Major Arcana. Beautiful, beautiful Lady Frida Harris. She's the illustrator for this particular deck. He's done. He's done with this situation. What's crossing him? The Hermit. He will stand alone. He will be solo man. Solo man. So what is the Hermit? The Hermit is a wizened old man who goes off into the distance with Cerberus, his three-headed dog, and all the wisdom of the world. You can see he has, there's a sperm right there, the beginnings of life. We have Cerberus in the corner. We have the snake coiled in perpetuity and the light of the universe. So he does feel that he is in a position of lofty superiority and that he is the one that is winning this kerfuffle. So let's see what's going on in the immediate right now. What kind of energies do we have? Again, we're reading with Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, and we're going to use it in just the upright. So currently we have Pleasure, 6. He is really content with the magic that he made re-securing native Russian lands. I'm not saying that that's what they are. I'm saying that that's what he's seeing that he has done. The 6 of Cups is always a nostalgic card. It is looking back to days of yore that were sweet and good. And he is looking at that right now and knows that he is positioned in power to be able to obtain that. All he has to do is say yes right now to push through that line. So that's where he is right now. What about next quarter? Change. We keep getting that change card if you've been watching this. And we get the Temperance card, which is art in the Crowley Thoth Tarot. We're going to do one more for that second quarter. And we have the Queen of Cups. So through change, he is willing to alchemize a situation where the parties will be content. Now, does that mean that Zelensky is going to be content? Not necessarily. I think that this really does indicate that he is willing to compromise and that his ends have been obtained. So I'm almost thinking that, you know, the areas that are still in dispute are superfluous to what Putin actually wanted to obtain. I think he has obtained what he needed what the initial objective was. Not being a strategist, on deck on this war, I'm not really certain what that was, but I do think that he has kind of made his claim. He staked his claim at this point. Change has been made. He is turning alchemy. One of the things that I love about this Temperance card, art in the Crowley deck, is you can see that alchemy going on with the fire and the metal and the water there, and they are doing some alchemy. So he is making change there, making what did Rumpelstiltskin do? Turn straw into gold. He's turning straw into gold. The things that he wanted, he's content with now, the Queen of Cups. So let's go into that third quarter of the year. And what do we get? We get our High Priestess, who is capturing everything. This is an interesting card to come up because it is called the breadbasket of Europe. Ukraine is. And you can see that our High Priestess is collecting all of the goodies of the world in this wonderful wide cast net. So a more suspicious tarot reader may say that this indicates that he would be grabbing more of the European lands, which I think is some of the discussions that are had about Putin's campaign into Ukraine. So this is interesting that it should come up because it is followed by ruin. And then it is followed by abundance. So do we see more territories possibly being parsed out in that third quarter, July, August, September, to Putin, to Russia, that would otherwise be considered Ukraine? Quite possibly, and then he's very happy about it. October, November, December, as we go into the holidays, there we have a new beginning. And we have the Lovers working in cooperation. That, and then the Prince of Swords. Once again, I said in the last reading with Trump, I do see that someone from the north is going to step in and have some kind of a ballast effect almost, where it's really going to be a party that is not a world power, more of a secondary power that can come with a what am I trying to say? Unbiased opinion. Thanks, Greg. You left me hanging. I'm grabbing a sip of this Yorkshire Gold, guys. Black as night Yorkshire Gold. So, and then we get this Prince of Swords who comes in, and this again is a very interesting imagery because we have the great warrior who is battling the smaller warriors. And we talked about that in the earlier reading, that I do think in the Zelensky reading, the initial one, I do think that we see smaller countries coming to support him, possibly through NATO, possibly through an organization. So very, very interesting. Monsters are such interesting creatures. So I do think we see some unusual participation in the support for Ukraine. So do we see more of that continuing? Do we see these people coming back up? This beautiful cooperation that we have, I think, is only for a brief period of time. I think maybe we do need to watch what Putin's other hand is doing as we get into the end of the year. So how will this serve? What is his plan? What is his plan right now? We're going to look at, like, what is the I don't want to say Putin's playbook, because that is a book that I am quite fond of. A very, very good book, giving you some insight into how Putin's mind is working in terms of geopolitics. What is his plan? What is his big plan? Not just the little plan, the Bolshoi plan. What is the Bolshoi plan? Ace of Wands. Prince of Discs. Adjustment. Hierophant. going to be the king of the world. And completion. Yeah, walk through the valley of the death. So I do think that there is, and I've argued this with other people. I don't think that he's trying to reinstate the lands of historic imperial Russia, but I think he's trying to collect some of the bits, some of the choicer bits. And I do think that there is an effort to do that here. I think he will attempt to go through a negotiating process for this, but he wants to run that side of the world. Now, I don't know how Xi Jinping is going to feel about that, but he wants to run that side of the world. I will take this side, you will take that side. And I do think that he is pleased that there is a worthy opponent in the White House, Donald Trump. I've said this time and time again, I don't think that he felt Joe Biden was a worthy opponent. It was an unmatched fight with Joe Biden. I think he felt that, Joe Biden had a few brain cells tied behind his back. So this is very interesting. But rising from the ashes, this business of the Aeon is rising from the ashes, going to the other side, transcending a transformation to become something more, something different, something better, something supernatural, something undeniably neat. The ultimate goal is to be a seat of power and completion with that 4 of Wands there. Completion. Remember, that's the home card. That's to secure our boundaries, our barriers, and to lock it up. So very, very interesting. Well, I don't think this is the last we're going to read on this, because you guys know I love all things Russian, and I love Russian history. I love world history. I love American history, and I love the tarot. So we're going to keep looking at this. But like I said, I'm going to keep my remote views to myself for a bit. But I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm cranking out content for you today. I had to change my sweater because I was hot. I didn't do it to fool you guys, but we'll still have more stuff on Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Meghan Markle. Good Lord. Royal family. We'll still do royal family, but you guys sit tight. I'm going to knock them up, or I'm going to set them up and knock them down. So not knocking anybody up. Did you hear that Lily Phillips? I think Lily Phillips is pregnant. So I will see you guys in the future. Thanks so much.